4th of July festivities are just a few days away, and now that we can gather with friends and family, we do want to help you celebrate safely this holiday weekend. Whether you're hitting the beach or hosting a backyard barbecue, we've got some tips to help you stay happy and healthy.
And joining us now live is Dr. Victor Waters. He's the Chief Medical Officer and ER Specialist with Dignity Health St. Bernardine in San Bernardino. Doctor, thank you for joining us.
Hi.
Pleasure.
All right, so a lot of people are going to be out this weekend in the sun. We know sunscreen is important, but what are some of your top tips for avoiding sun damage?
Well, one thing that may happen this weekend is people may drink and they may sleep out there on the beach, and that's a very dangerous thing to do because regardless whether you have sunscreen or not, drinking a little bit excessively and laying out in the sun can create some very serious burns. But on top of that, when you get in the water, come back out and put more sunscreen on. A lot of people just don't remember that.
Yeah, and also I always have a hat with me, no matter what, right?
Yes, absolutely. So the sunscreen's good. You know, people go into the ultraviolets and try to maintain the suntan. That's another thing that I don't recommend. People tend to do that to sustain their suntans through the year. Again, something I don't recommend, particularly in this hot weather.
And many families will be spending time near the water. Specifically, the pools are a big danger. What are some swim safety tips there?
You know, what's really important about this year with the pandemic is people have been relatively inactive, and kids as well. So they underestimate how much energy they need to swim, and how even children who are pretty good swimmers may not be as adept to going back and doing their routine swimming. It can be exhausting. I started swimming and I could not believe, and I'm fairly good condition, couldn't believe how much I was out of shape, swim shape. That's a very dangerous thing. So keep that in mind. The other thing to keep in mind is for children, they have to be supervised. They have to be watched. I call drownings a silent death. When the kids go down, you may not hear anything. So you have to keep a close eye on them.
All right, the Consumer Product Safety Commission says that over 15,000 people in the U.S. were treated for fireworks-related injuries last year. What are some of those frequent injuries you see connected with firework use?
You know, because it's, a lot of children like to play with them, and certainly there's an attraction to be close to the sparkles, etc. There are eye injuries, there are burns, and can be very serious injuries to the hands. Those are some of the most common type of injuries. Death, fortunately, is pretty rare from these things, but injuries is very common.
And then, of course, a lot of people are going to be out cooking on the grill and having a few beers in the yard and all kinds of food out there. What should we look for in terms of like illnesses or leaving our food out too late? Any tips there?
Yeah, it's extremely, extremely important to cook your food thoroughly, because you can get food poisoning, which may not happen immediately. It may happen 24 to 48 hours later, which can cause diarrhea, fever, vomiting. So people really need to be very aware of the meats that they're putting out there, particularly pork and hamburgers. They need to cook thoroughly, and ideally is to check the temperature of the meat.
All right, sun damage, drowning, bad food, and fireworks. I think we got it pretty much covered for the weekend.
I'm just going to stay home. All right, Doctor, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
By the way, all the B-roll we were showing, those were all illegal fireworks around L.A.
Yeah.
All right.